Hey everybody, welcome to the Falcon one-shot. On the agenda, Orion Trail, which kind of plays out a bit like a space wacky adventure of Orion Trail. Very much like Orion Trail was the zombie variation of it. This is going to be the space variation of it. Let's get into the game over here and show you what I'm talking about, though. Play game. As you can imagine, it's still an early access game, so there's definitely a bunch of development ahead. As we can see, we have still 3 more maps, or not 3 more maps. Well, I guess they're maps technically, but 3 more galaxies would be more ideal still to be developed, so we'll see how that one comes along. When you first start off, you have access to the Milky Way. When you beat the Milky Way, you have access to the Ursa Major and this third one over here, which I can't select for some reason, so I imagine I more than likely have to beat the Ursa Major first before I have access to that one, so I'm not sure exactly why it unlocked if I don't have access to it just yet, but hey, so be it. Early access thing, right? We want to choose a captain to begin with here, so Alex Soup Campbell. I get it, Campbell Soup. We have Tactician 2, Science 2, Bravado 2, 1. I personally like to have people who just maximize in something. We just kind of have like a whole crew that maximizes on either attack, tactics, diplomacy. I don't really like to spread out parties too much because you don't really excel at anything really. But because of that, I'm going to go with Captain Flight, who has 3 tactics and 2 in science. So that seems pretty good to me. One of the few androids serving as a Galaxy Force captain. Flight is cool, calculating, and surprisingly sarcastic. Some believe that he doesn't value human life, but that's unsubstantiated. Well, he's an android, so probably. So we'll go ahead and pick up Captain Flight over here as our captain and android. Now we get to choose our officers here. We have Sheldon, we have Cheryl Platts, and we have Kyle Gore. Let's see, since we have tactics and science, we might want to focus it a bit more, so we could probably go with Cheryl Platts over here to kind of back us up here a little bit. So we're up to 5 already in tactics. Now, for backup, we have Harrison Benoit, Lake Kubelis, and Wolfgang Wesker. I kind of want to pick this guy up alone just on the name. Oh, he's Wolfgang Wesker. I get it. Funny. Yeah, you know what? 1 in Tactician and 1 in Science, and also 1 in Attack. That's kind of what we're focusing on right now. So yeah, we'll pick up Wolfgang Wesker as well. He's got wolf-like features. Yeah, I would probably imagine with a name like that. And finally, for the third person, we have the bear variety. These are the Ursins, I believe. You get it? Ursin, Ursa Major. Yeah. We could go with him. 2 and 1. We could also have some bravado as well. You know what? I'm going to pick up David Schwang. Chuang. Alright, there you go. That's gonna be my squad right here. Alrighty, so as we saw, the goal is at the other end of this map right here, which you have to get to by making jumps through, you know, this path or this one. These will be the big major jumps that you want to make to. All these little small ones over here will actually take up a certain amount of food and fuel to make the travel over here, correct? Now, when you jump to the big ones, which would be like, for instance, the Class G Star or the Pink Nebula, you have a chance of actually acquiring some big portion of your overall resources. For instance, if we go to the Pink Nebula, we have a chance of getting some food over here. If we come up towards the Class G Star, we have a chance of getting some fuel. So it depends on which one you need more at the most and which one you're actually low on. Since right now we're starting off, everything's basically just about half and half, so I'm going to go with the fuel one, which is going to be the Class G Star. We'll make this course over here. As you'll see, every little blue orb that we're going through essentially is actually costing us a bit of resources, and then once you get to the big one, is when you will have a big event. Mind you, there's also a chance to actually trigger some events on the way to a big event itself, but we'll see if we can trigger one of those as we go forward here. Right now we have the Rat of Evelyn Kong. I get it, it's some Star Trek stuff right there. You awaken from your daily cryo nap to find that someone has disabled your ship. Suddenly you are hailed by a disgraced ex-Galaxy Force Commander, General Evelyn Kong. Greetings, Captain, going somewhere. Khan! Anyway, we could challenge Khan to a trial by science, which will be based on our science set over here, which we really have 4 of, so not really too good. Unfortunately for us, we excel at tactics, but none of the challenges available are for tactics-based. So we're going to have to probably go with science, which is the one that we kind of excel at other than the ones available here. We have no bravado. Our attack power is actually pretty low. Now, if we fail this, we're going to probably lose some whole integrity over here, which obviously if it hits 0, game over for us. We don't want that happening. If we were to lose this one, we lose some food as well. So I'm going to go with trial by science, and hopefully we could actually persevere with some good RNG over here. She accepts with a raised brow. Perhaps you think that scientist is not among my legendary list of offices. You are wrong. Standard science fair format. Winner takes all. No volcanoes. Again, really witty with the dialogue in the game itself. So right now we have a bonus of 4. How this is going to work out is that these these X's that you see over here will actually be turned into check marks. If our RNG lands in a check mark or the star, we're golden. If it lands in this or even the skull, really, really bad. So right now we will engage this one and see how we play out. Come on, check mark. Come on, check mark. We got a check mark. Perfect. So we should win this one for sure. If you land on the star, you get basically the positive event of everything. You probably get no negative event based on it. Not that this one's negative because we got 100 fuel out of this, which is still really amazing. But if you get the star one, I'm pretty sure you get that plus something a little bit extra too. After a few hours, it's time to present your work. Khan has created a fluid explosive that you can fire with a sneeze. However, you've made a deployable airbag sponge to counter liquid threats. Now your ship runs on partial sneeze power, so we got 100 fuel based on this event. Good. So that went relatively well for us. Now, our next set of jumps, we have the Pink Nebula, which is going to be increase our hull overall if we need it, although we're at 6 already. Can we go beyond 6? Maybe. So we could go up there, we could go down to the Class B star, which would be a random item in general. I guess we'll probably go to the Class B star and see what this one actually holds for us. Let's see if we get any sort of random event on there. No random event on the way. Your ship stutters and stalls, a shimmering spectral cube, with 6 distinct faces appear before you in the dark of space. You are in the presence of the Grug. Your probability matrix spins out of control, and you must roll to die or die. So, tactics, luckily we do have an 8 in that, and we have a tactics of possibility here, so we will spin it to the least imposing side. Let's see if this actually works out for us. So we will engage. Luckily, because of that, ooh, we got an extra star too. Nice. So we should technically win this one. We did. Using your tractor beam, you attempt to beat the odds. You slowly turn the Grug to its least imposing side. And we actually won this one, obviously. The Grug holds a stern expression. You have made a dangerous choice, but a sensible one. You toil with matters of material nature, materials that I can manipulate, observe, and know my power. We lost some fuel out of this one, but we got a little bit of food, which is fine because we already had an excess of fuel going forward. Let's go on. Now, from this star, we only have one jump to make, which is down here, so we're kind of limited in our choices. As a matter of fact, completely limited. We'll set our course over here. Let's see if we get any random event. There you go, random event. A floating grave steroid. Okay. Sensors indicate that there is some sort of floating memorial nearby. Your navigator asks if you want to make the short detour to check it out. This will be one of your most common random events that actually happen from one star to the other one. And essentially, what happens is you go over here, you will find a gravestone. Let's actually pay our respects here really quickly. You get a gravestone with a little bit of an interesting name and epitaph that goes along with it, usually kind of really tongue-in-cheek. And then you kind of have an option, or not really an option, it's kind of an RNG-based choice, whether something good or bad will come of it. Right now we got good. We got a Bravado +1. Reflecting on your own mortality makes you realize how little time there is left. You decide to be more bold in your decision-making from now on, so we got a +1 Bravado. Again, this could be positive or negative too, and that's going to be one of the most common random events you'll run into. But for now, that actually worked out in our favor. Not that we really need Bravado because we really have a +1 in it, so, you know, doesn't really benefit us too much going forward. As you approach a nearby planet, a version of yourself in a fancy vest appears on the bridge. Future you claims to know where there is a hidden cache of fuel. Suddenly, a second version of yourself covered in leeches appears and begs you to ignore the first you. So, which Falcon's saying the truth here? Well, I guess we'll go with the tactics one because we actually excel at that. So, away from the planet, full speed. So we're going to go ahead and ignore the fancy vest one. We're going to go with the one that has the leeches all over them. You ignore the fancy you and give the planet a wide berth. So we have an 8 over here, so we should be able to turn one of these into another star too, right? There you go. And let's see how RNG treats us this time around. Pretty good. I'll take it. Let's see what we got here. You burn hard away from the planet, and the version of you covered in leeches breathes a sigh of relief. Both use vanish. The leeches are left behind, though. Engineering informs you that the leech slime is a pretty good fuel source, so we got 100 fuel out of this event. I will gladly take it. And we have 2 more jumps into our goal over here. So we have Pink Nebula, which is going to be for hull, or the asteroid belt for more fuel. Let's go with the asteroid belt. Nothing wrong with more fuel. And let's see, no random event? No. Okay. Daze beams, Space Raider, Dazer beams, Dazzler beams, whatever. Space Raider. You land on the ship at a sleepy fuel depot for a routine fill-up when suddenly all hell breaks loose. Attention, lowlives. This depot has privilege of being raided by the dazzling and dangerous Dazzler beams. Oh crap. Oh crap. What do? We do tactics over here. We have a choice for that one. Placate her with yummy treats. So this will make us lose some food, but at least she won't kill us probably. So we'll go with that one, sure. Let's go ahead and roll the die over here. We will engage. You have intelligence on Dazer beams and you know her one weakness. You dash into Mattermart and frantically search for a decadent deterrent. And we did land as a positive, so you purchase a plasma glazed donut with star sprinkles. This should do the trick. I'll take that. She begins to munch. For this, nom nom. I shall let you live. but tell your Galaxy Force friends I prefer chocolate. Noted. We lost some food, but we got some free fuel out of it. Alrighty. Now we have to jump over here to the astronomical anomaly. We're getting some strange readings over here. Now, if I'm correct, this is going to be a new event that was just added not too long ago, which gives you a chance to send a certain member of your crew and some backup crew members, kind of like the lackeys, the red shirts, down to a planet to check it out. So we're going to definitely engage with this one because I have not done this one yet, because this was a recent addition that I just read about in the update log itself. So we're going to send a team to the unknown over here. So let's see, who are we going to go with? Unfortunately, none of them is really a 3 in anything right now, so I guess we'll go with... We could either go with David Schwang or Cheryl Platts, because at least they have a 2 in tactics, and this guy's only 1s all around for Wolfgang Wesker. So I'm thinking we'll send Cheryl down there. Cheryl Platts grits her teeth, ready to face whatever random danger you are sending them to. Are you sure about this, Capt? The transporter engineer says, looking warily at the display. Yes, send him out, my friend. Cheryl Platts isn't going to set off that easily. It's time for adventure, damn it. You nod to the engineer, who sighs. The transporter fires up, atomizing the away team, and then you lose all contact with them. Moving on. Cheryl Platts stumbles forward, feeling disoriented. They've been dropped right back into the transporter room. The transporter engineer looks surprised to see them. Oh, I didn't know you were out, they grumbled. What? Huh. So, I think we might have stumbled into a different dimension. Because the team's back, but we're acting like we didn't even know they were out. Interesting. So, we could try to beam out again, get some food before trying again, or whatever, forget this mission. Let's go ahead and try to beam them out again, I guess. That was kind of weird. Cheryl Platts tells the engineer to try again, repeating the coordinates. There is a red glint in the engineer's eyes as they blink confused. They shrug and re-enter the coordinates. The transporter fires up again. Why are eyes red-slitted? The team is back on the teleporter room. What gives? The engineer says. These are the coordinates of our ship. Wait a minute. Did they always have red eyes? Why are they reaching for that big red button? Okay, so we're in a weird dimension now. We're going to use... I guess we'll probably have to go with tactics, which is the one she excels at, right? Look behind you. Ah, yes, a classic trick. Perhaps this weird red-eyed version of your transporter engineer is less familiar with it than usual one is. So what this is going to do, I believe, is actually use the bonus and also how many crew members we have to hopefully get a pretty good event here. Alright, so we probably lost a crew member right now, I would probably imagine. The transporter engineer falls for it. While they look away, the away team makes a break for it, and all but Jamie Dodger manages to escape. Oh well, Cheryl Platts resolves not to dwell on this, so we lost Jamie Dodger, but we at least get to move on over here. Further investigation verifies this isn't your Indestructible 2, but the Invulnerable 2, a Force Galactic ship from a mirror universe where everyone has red eyes. Red eyes! Cheryl Platts gathers the away team in a huddle. What is the best course of action? Let's go ahead and investigate the dimension still. Might as well just be a little bit brazen about it. It's too early to make a decision. Everyone here has red eyes, but as far as Cheryl Platts knows, there is no probable connection between red eyes and evil plans. The team decides to go undercover to learn more about this world. So it's clear that the away team needs to find a way to learn more specific about this ship and its crew before taking action. But now, should they go about doing that? I guess we'll go undercover. I guess it's the only one we have because it has the highest role that we have available right now. It's going to probably cost us, well, it's going to use up the rest of the people that we have in our party here, and hopefully it works out. But we are dealing with a little bit of less RNG. Oh, ooh, that was close. We're going to lose somebody right now, though. The transporter engineer falls for it while they look away. The away team makes a break for it. We lost Lazarus Morn. But at least we get to continue going forward, right? Everyone on the ship, from the crew to the captain, is a mirror version of Cheryl Platts new aboard the Indestructible 2. While Cheryl Platts has yet to find any hard evidence of evil plans, any opposite of their beloved captain has to be bad news. So we could stop these doubles, or it's time to go home. Let's try to stop them, see if we succeed over here. This corrupt captain of Force Galactic, this twisted mirror of Cheryl Platts' own beloved leader, must be stopped. The away team prepares for battle. It's time to find what happens when the invulnerable meets the indestructible. Moving on. If Cheryl Platts is going to make or take out the mirror captain, or Nega Captain, they are going to need to make their way across the ship to its bridge. There's a lot of space in between Cheryl Platts and there. How would you approach it? Well, unfortunately for us, no science, no diplomacy. I guess we're going to have to go guns blazing here. That's the only one we could really choose from. So we will engage. We have less crew members now, so we are slowly getting into the category where we're not going to probably make it. But hey, we lost another crew member, but at least we keep going forward. Just sacrificing these people left and right. We just lost Sham Pedumps. Sorry, Sham. Finally, your away team's efforts are rewarded. They now stand at the entrance of the ship, beyond which lurks the Nega Captain. Cheryl Platts hesitates for a moment. This will surely be dangerous. Let's do it. We're here, might as well do it. Let's go ahead and try it out. There they are, sitting snugly in the Invulnerable 2's captain chair, the Anti-U, the Nega Captain. Cheryl Platts is incensed. How dare they wear the beautiful face? It's time to end whatever evil schemes this mirror universe inevitably has. I guess we have to go and grab a hostage then, and hope for the best now, because we're so low on crew members, so we're going to have more of a difficult row here. Very difficult. Oh, we got a star! I've never had a star before, ever. Just as Cheryl Platts grabs a crew member, a large chunk of metal ceiling falls where they had been standing. The Nega Captain applauds your officer's heroics. Your officer is mostly concerned about the fact that the Invulnerable is clearly falling apart. We got one bravado. The ship is coming apart and the transporter is destabilizing. Only so much can be salvaged should Cheryl Platts give the Invulnerable crews a second chance as part of Galaxy Force, or should they take Force's galactic resources and apply them for goo. You know, they don't really have any signs that they're bad people. They have red eyes, but is that really bad? We'll try to save the crew and see if they want to join us. It's not the Mirror Crew's fault that they are twisted clones of your friends and family. Cheryl Platts resolves to give them a chance at a new life, guiding the Invulnerable crew to the transport and onto the Indestructible. And we got 30 crew members from this giant event. And we succeeded! Hey, alrighty, let's go to the go. And this should be just about wrap it up for us right now as we had a random event. Now there we go. Mission accomplished. Alrighty. Alrighty guys, and with that we're going to wrap it up here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up, leave a like to support. It does mean a lot. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and check out the description below. There should be a link to the story page itself. Other than that, I will catch you next time.